Yeah, I remember when I made a lot of excuses.
All right, ready, guys?
Yep.
Let's do it.
There's a million
Here it
reasons to
goes.
not do something. All right. We have our infamous or famous guitar riff intro.
Here it comes. Here's the drop. Rock out.
Are there people who like headbang to that unironically?
Yeah.
They hear it and they know it's about to happen. They're like, oh my God, it's another episode.
No, what do you mean by it? You mean this, right? Mm-hmm. This was happening right here because
right now
it's been quite the week.
Quite the week. I'm trying to wait till the music stops. Quite the week.
We had two major things. We had the giant Pluto news and the huge drama we're going through right now. NFT updates going through.
NFT update drama. Apparently,
you know what? Let's talk about Pluto first. Let's
start with the good news. Okay.
Start with the good news. We'll start with the happiness. Yeah, we're doing the big thing. We're sharing all the AdSense rev from BitBoy Crypto to the Pluto people. So
let's go,
big day.
baby.
Discord's popping. Floor almost doubled.
Almost doubled. I imagine it's probably still going to go up. Probably settles maybe around 0.2, I think.
I'd hope so. I like
get
that.
Up there.
It seems like a good number.
This is just the beginning, too. There's going to be other big announcements that are going to come rolling out for V1 holders. V2 has got stuff planned as well, but for
Cruise
V1
with
holders,
Deezy.
Cruise with Deezy. Yeah. Well, that's V2.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. V2, y'all got some big things to look forward to.
It's going to be weird, though. Like, you go on a cruise and Deezy's your roommate.
No. Bunkmate.
Yeah.
Bunkmate, not just the room.
Bunkmate,
Yeah. I asked for the large queen only.
That's right.
So, not the double twin situation.
Bedmate. Yeah.
It's okay. We'll do the foot to head, you know.
Oh, that's a good rule.
Yeah.
Foot to head.
Foot to head.
Nice. Yeah. So V1's AdSense, Google, all the YouTube revenue, which at one point we were making 120, 150K a month on Google AdWords, on Google AdSense. Now, since the market's kind of settled down a little bit, it's a little less, but you can see it go up again. And it gives what I like about it. So it kind of puts the control of the AdSense revenue in the hands of the Pluto V1 holders. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like encouraging and sharing the content, telling everybody you got to watch, this and stuff like that. So it gives an incentive for Bit Squad
to be champions for the channel.
Channel champions.
Channel champions. That's what they are.
Wow.
Well, I think we talk about the drama. Should I paint a small picture first? The genesis of NFT update.
The genesis. Yeah.
We started out, they came to us, hey, or maybe we came to them, let's do a show on NFTs on the main BitBoy channel. Mm-hmm. It will be kind of like the equivalent of a weather update, the equivalent of a sports update, but it was going to be NFT update.
It's just going to be an NFT update. We're going to update you on the latest NFT projects and NFT news.
Yeah, I think there was a YouTube channel with the name. They got like 80 views. Like literally, it was like 80 views.
But this was just going to be a show.
This was just a segment on the main channel.
Right.
I mean, I think maybe that guy, he had the Twitter handle, I think 3 months ahead of us. Not big at all. You know what I mean? Like this was earlier. This was the summer of last year. NFTs had started to blown up, but they weren't nearly what they are today. So we started it in the summer of last year. We're the NFT update on BitBoy Crypto. We went with the name NFT update. We didn't see it as an issue like, oh, there's a handful of people using this name. It's weather update. It's sports update.
It's just simple.
It's
a very generic, not exciting channel name or brand name in general. It's not like it doesn't get you excited. It's kind of like,
Yeah,
so
I'm the only crypto update. You can't do crypto update.
So then we started, all right, so the picture is starting to get painted. So we started getting these DMs. I think I got one, you got one, and on Twitter.
8 months later.
Of this guy, this other NFT update on Twitter. I have never interacted with this guy.
I hadn't looked at that account since we made our Twitter last summer.
Never thought anything about it. I don't know who he is in the space. I don't care who he is in the space. I really don't. I really had no like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. It
wasn't on my radar. I never.
We get this DM of these attacks, like right out of the gate, kind of these threatening attacks, very low IQ, uneducated attacks, just by the language that he was using. Definitely not language that I would use. It sounded very like middle school bullyish.
Yeah.
type language. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you see like the clown on a TikTok who's kind of like yelling from the sidewalk on New York, like, hey, bozo, watch where you're walking, idiot. It's kind of like that. That was the energy. Yeah, he called us goofy.
He called us goofies.
Goofies.
I don't know if that's how he sounds, but I mean, I think everybody in New York sounds like that. Goofies.
Yeah, probably wearing Timbs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had the white tee from the bodega. But so next thing you know, it's like kind of, okay, who is this guy? Never heard of him. Oh,
so
wow.
we looked him up.
Wow.
He's got a quarter of a million followers on Twitter.
Much bigger than our NFT.
Much bigger than us. Okay, well, let's check it out. Like, hey, let me send him a message. Hey, dude, like, what's going on? Like, what can we... Immediately, again, insult after insult after insult, attack after attack after attack, attacking our channel, attacking our character, attacking our personal brand.
What really, was upsetting is he said we were trying to impersonate him, trying to steal his name.
His name?
No. This was an NFT update.
Yeah.
We got our own show on YouTube, like now is our own channel at this point, like we got our own thing going on. We're staying in our lane. The Cardano NFT update people, they seem to be doing better. I think they have 3 to 5 times the amount of views as when we first looked at them. So they're succeeding. I'm willing to go on that show, talk to them, like we can kind of tongue in cheek, make fun of it, how we have the same generic name. But no, he decided to escalate things, I guess,
He started sending me video clips of some of our shorts that we do, and I'm running around with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a toilet. Y'all seen them.
Here's the deal.
We don't care.
I don't take myself that seriously.
No.
I don't think you should take yourself that seriously.
No.
It kind of holds you back.
We're talking about pictures of rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
Like, how serious are we trying to get here?
Yeah, we're talking about monkeys with a crack pipe.
Literally.
Is what we're looking at.
JPEGs with crack pipes.
Yeah. So I choose not to take myself that seriously when I'm in this space. Not to say that the space isn't serious, but there's room to have fun. It doesn't have to be all like, professional. What's funny to me is he puts himself out there as a professional in the space and name drops Gary Vee, but the type of language, and I'm not going to share the full thread. It's just ridiculous. I wouldn't subject you to that. But the full thread of messages back and forth from me are just, it's an insult to my, intelligence. And it should be. I wouldn't even put myself out there like that if I typed that low of an IQ.
Yeah.
And communicated that way.
Yeah. And when I, mean by escalating, basically we might have to take some serious steps. He's $250,000.
Didn't he somewhat physically kind of?
Look, it was only half insertion, but he's got 250,000 people. It's a lot of people, a lot bigger than our account. Even though our tweets engagements aren't really that different, if you really want to get into brass tacks.
Didn't he say like if I see you in New York or something?
It's on. Yeah,
it's on.
Well, in my experience, people in New York like to. It's okay to. You have a freedom of verbiage. You can kind of get ugly with your words because you won't see that person again. I'm from a smaller town, and that just wasn't an option where I live because you'll see that person next weekend at the same few places to hang out.
I get that there's people like that in New York. I'm not saying there's not.
It's just how it is up there.
It's still, when you have that kind of following and you're that much of a whatever.
Yeah, you got to separate. You got to grow above that.
Yeah, you don't see Gary Vee saying, I'm going to knock your head off or whatever.
Yeah. You're not going to see that. Yeah, you're not going to see that coming out of Gary's mouth. But he's so much bigger than us. And he basically did a campaign of mass block and mass report us. Report us as impersonators. These people are trying to impersonate me. Report them as scammers. Report them as impersonators. And we got this giant account, attacking our account. We could employ the power of the Bit Squad, But you know what? Then we'll be the bullies. So
because we are much bigger than him. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take the.
So we'll just be the bigger people, and we're floating around some names. So you might see a change in the name, but it's not out of choice. It's more out of necessity. And we just want to take the.
I tell you what it is. We don't want people to associate us with him. It's not the other way around. We don't want people to think have anything to do with that dude.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm not going to slide in someone's DMs and say, "Let me catch you in Atlanta."
Let me get you in Atlanta.
That's ridiculous. But. Yeah, so that's that was our drama for the week. So you know what though, the guys inspired us to just make better content. Inspired us. We did a Twitter Spaces yesterday. I hope we inspire him to make his own YouTube. I hope it's successful. Yeah. I hope he flourishes. I hope he thrives.
By the way,
we're gonna thrive. We'll do our own thing too.
Yeah, we're also gonna. I think we're gonna start. We should start doing more spaces.
Yeah.
I think
we'll get
that's
some Pluto
the-
spaces in. We'll get some,
Pluto
our
spaces,
new
but just
name. We're not
our
sharing it
new
yet.
name. We're not going to share it, but
Yeah.
I think we should do that. I think that'll help.
So been an exciting week. We spent a lot of time brainstorming names. I think we got something that you'll like. So, just keep an eye out. Maybe next week's episode will have the new name. So
Maybe.
yeah. All right. So what
All
else?
right,
We got some stories here, right?
We got some.
That was great, guys. Now it's time for topical topics.
I feel like those bongos are here to stay, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. I didn't like how it started with that was great, guys.
A lot of people, they actually support the bongos.
I like how
So-
we still haven't turned off the screensaver.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm not
touch-
sure what happened in that moment, but here I am,
You
guys.
know what I see
Hey.
happening 6 months from now? He's going to be doing like bongo solos. And next thing you know, it's like more bongos. And he's gonna look like a Neil Peart drum set over there.
And then he's gonna say, "Hey guys, do you want to come do a small spot on my show?" This is going to be the bongo show.
The banging on bongos brothers or something,
bongo show.
Bongos and beers and Bitcoin.
Beards and bongos.
All right. So what do we got? I'm looking at. I don't even know what I'm looking at over here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. I thought you guys were going to do the topical topics right now. No,
I mean, we can.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
Let's do topical topics.
Well, then,
I feel like he's already done this now, so now we got to commit. All right, so we got some news. No Wordle update leads to discovery of 80-year-old hostage in Chicago. A hostage. So I guess she waits for her mom's score to hit, and then the woman was held hostage by a man with scissors for 21 hours because she couldn't text one of her daughters the daily Wordle score. I mean, I guess at 80 years old, I mean, you can get held up with a Twizzler. I'll literally harm you with this Twizzler. So yeah, I mean, that sucks. It's I hope the guy gets caught.
have you guys played Wordle yet?
I'm
I
trying
have.
to I'm trying to digest this as it's being read. What is it? What is Wordle?
Just a word game that you play, and so I guess her mom texts her the score or whatever. So I mean, you can kind of see a picture there. I play a little bit. I play maybe twice a week. I like to read a lot, so it will humble you. Yesterday's word, cynic,
Ooh.
CYNIC, and I always have a problem putting the same letter twice. I end up, I took the L on that one. My first Wordle L threw me off.
I need to look into that, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a little brain teaser. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun, but yeah, I mean, why are you gonna hold the old lady hostage for 21 hours? Get what you got to get and leave. You hear that? Hostage takers, this is advice for you if you want to better kidnap somebody. Fun fact, my father actually was in federal penitentiary my entire childhood for federal kidnapping charges.
Wow.
He kidnapped a judge's son over a cocaine debt.
Wow.
Real story.
Wow.
Yeah. I was 2 months old. My mother had left him already because of his lifestyle of being a cocaine dealer. And he spent basically my whole childhood locked up. I haven't seen him in 20 years.
Wow.
Really don't know him.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy story. A little Deezy backstory there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I ever kidnapped anybody. I'm trying to think if I can share anything with kidnapping.
What's the
I can't.
statute of limitations? Was it more than 7 years ago?
I don't think there is a statute of limitations.
Yeah, there's certain
on
things you
kidnapping.
can't.
Yeah, you can't.
That's probably
rape
one of
and-
them. I think
rape and
murder.
kidnapping.
How about we don't go through the things what you can
Yeah.
get away with?
Yeah,
After 20 years, you get away with it. No, I
You
don't.
come out and say you did it.
I have
No,
a
the
question,
state
though.
to really murder people in is Connecticut.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you kidnap an 80-year-old? Is that grandma
I see what you're doing
napping?
there.
Like, can you kidnap an elderly person?
Is it elder napping?
Yeah, right? Like,
But wouldn't elder napping be like when you take a nap?
it's a fair
Or
question.
napping.
I say we start a Webster campaign. Now, at what point is it no longer kidnapping? Is it at 17's the last year you can get kidnapped, or do we just go full blown like
Age of
geriatric?
accountability, probably before they're teenagers. Teen napping. Kidnapping is before
Okay.
age 13, and then it immediately crosses over into teen napping.
Your Honor, you must acquit the charges. My client did not millennial nap the victim here. All right, what else do we got? Oh, are we gonna do the this is the comment from hell or something like
this is
that? I
where
think we
we're
even
at.
have music for this one. All right, I'm gonna read it because you're gonna get real heated. You might
I'm
punch.
getting
You're
ready
gonna
right
punch
now.
the
Let's do
TV.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. All right, so this is from Scroll. Why not? 18179er. All right. This poor excuse for a podcast is unwatchable. You guys are the most insincere clowns in the NFT space. You're just like BitBoy. Complete clowns, all of you. You think you're so cool because you're influencers? You're not. There are so many unknown YouTubers whose content blows you out of the water. You throw your weight around as if you're important. You're not. You're just not. As far as ETH NFT goes, scams are everywhere. You liars know that. I've had dozens of scam NFTs airdropped to my MetaMask wallet, so if I click on them, they steal all my stuff. ETH sucks. Literally, people are better off in any NFT platform other than ETH. Your guys' vids are so short on effort and misinformation, it's a complete joke. You'd never make it if it wasn't for your ties to BitBoy. If you started from scratch, you'd be hard-pressed to even hit 3K subs. You scrubs.
Was that the Avengers music? Because I was getting hyped up.
It sounded like
I
it,
was
didn't
like,
it?
I was actually rooting for that guy.
I was gonna Thanos now. Yeah, I started to agree with
I was
him.
like, you know what? We do suck.
ETH sucks. We suck.
Yeah,
I'm with him.
I felt like the music didn't help what you're trying to create because, like, I don't even want to do this podcast anymore.
All right. Well, welcome to the final episode here.
Let's break it down a little bit. So, yeah, okay, he's right about there are scams on ETH. Sure, there's scams on ETH,
but you can click on them.
What we were trying to communicate, which I think, going back to intelligence and IQ, most people understood what we were saying. When you have a layer 2 chain or like Polygon or another smart contract chain like Binance Smart Chain and Solana and all those other ones, when they're extremely cheap, when there's no fee to transact, to call to the network is really, really cheap and low fee, then scammers can airdrop you tons and tons and tons of
it's
tokens.
The old email scam model.
Right.
So it doesn't cost anything to send an email. So you can send out a scam email to 1 million people.
Right.
It doesn't cost anything to do a Polygon NFT. You can send out 1 million scams to 1 million wallets.
So if I'm a scammer and I want to target, I don't know, 10,000 ETH addresses, it's going to call me $50 per address to airdrop them something.
Versus 3 cents per address.
So it doesn't, it doesn't work. So any intelligent or mildly intelligent person knows that.
And there's Solana scams. You know what I mean? Like, this
Solana,
isn't unique.
This isn't like, so yeah, there's ETH scams. There's scams on ETH. We understand. Everybody knows that. But there's 90% more scams are ran on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon and Solana and all those other AVAX, all those other cheaper chains. So what this is this guy has something personal either against us, me, Deezy, or BitBoy Crypto.
Or ETH.
Or ETH. Obviously, that was like a weird rant that he went on with ETH. Everybody doesn't know that about. I mean, there are so many others. There's ETH has so many good NFT projects on it. That is the go-to. That's where all the blue chips are. So that comment doesn't hold water. That everybody knows it's the worst. You would have more fun on every other chain or whatever he was saying. So like this guy obviously has an issue. I think maybe a psychological problem at this point. And
well,
then
maybe we don't want the guy to show up or anything.
He's not going to show up.
I'm sure he's a
you
cool
know what?
guy.
Show up. Show up.
Don't.
He's not going to show up, Deezy.
Look, show up. We'll have lunch with you.
We'll have
and
lunch.
You can
we'll
air
talk
your grievances.
through our issues, and I'll teach you about
and Nick Damandi will have a
scams.
beer with you.
Yeah, Nick will have his back's better.
Well, that's why he needs a beer.
No, we'll help you. How about that? But like, this is uncalled for. This is obviously
I do want to say real
personal.
quick with the scam NFTs. Someone gives you a scam Polygon NFT. You can like click on it. You can hide it in your NFT wallet on OpenSea. But if this NFT says go to this website .xxx.
Connect your wallet. Sign.
Yeah, you get scammed then, but you can hide it.
So if you're an idiot, you'll get scammed.
Yeah, but there's a hidden feature on OpenSea. Just hide it, forget about it, and never look at it again.
Forget about
Done
it.
deal. You're done. All right. What else? What else do you got?
I want to
Hold on. We
so
ain't done.
throwing our weight around, and then we would never be successful without Ben or BitBoy Crypto. I think that's ridiculous too. I think we would. I know my work ethic, your work ethic, our personalities. I think we would do very well.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate being on this channel and being a part of this channel and all that, but like that doesn't hold water either.
I say most of our success is due to Cardano ecosystem being so
Absolutely.
friendly.
Yeah.
You know, I think that has more to do with anything to our success right now. So
I would
thank
agree.
you, Charles. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the Falcon.
And the Falcon.
All right. All right. What do we got?
All right, now it's time for Would You Rather. Would you rather have everyone... Oh, we did this one last week. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories?
Lose my sight or
God,
my
that's-
memories?
That is two terrible options. Memories
Sight.
is pretty terrible.
Or memories. But if I lost my memories, I wouldn't know that I lost my, or maybe you.
Well, with the memories thing, it's like we assume it's Jason Bourne rules. Like you'll still know English, and if like you shoot free throws all day, you go to the court, you're still going to be able to drain a free throw. You know, if-
Martial arts. I'll still be able to
martial
kill
arts.
people.
Yeah, you're activated like an agent. You know,
Insurance
all of a sudden, you know, yeah, a song plays and you hear the lyric, and next thing you know, you're like reaching, where'd this dagger come from? Well, the memory thing, that's kind of tough to overcome. You're going to wake up. You don't know what city you're in, like where your job is. I guess you don't even know your phone passcode. So if you don't have like fingerprint or face scan, you're like really, really screwed. But not being able to see, that's a
Bad.
tough
That's
life
gotta
as
be
well.
bad. You can't enjoy the simple things.
And you'll remember like seeing, you know what? I think I got to say I'd rather lose my memory.
Really?
Yeah, being
Really?
blind for the rest of my life, that seems kind of tough. Whereas the memory thing, you might have like this whole reset of being appreciative. You know?
I don't know. Ray Charles seemed pretty happy.
Well, here's the thing with you, you know, you're not like living in a box, you know, you're not driving around a Lamborghini, but you're doing okay. You know, so you would wake up next to someone who loves you, who might be able to help you navigate this new life of yours.
if I had no sight, or either way,
If you woke up with no memories. So you'd be like, oh, I'm just a guy who's
like
not
50
poor.
first dates.
I was just
That's
about
what
to
it
say,
sounds
have
like,
you ever
50
seen
first
50 First
dates.
Dates?
Now, if you're like in debt, you know, that'd be a little bit different. I would say with your situation, you're kind of waking up into a new body, and it's not a bad life to have.
Here's my thing, if I can interject. I have kids, so I don't think I could ever erase my memories, because I would like totally forget all, you know, the
first
3-4
step
years of my kids. I can't do that.
Yeah, but
man.
you're also gonna like make new memories. You know, the first dance at
can't do
the
it. I-
high school, and
I would rather be
See
blind.
your kids.
well, here's the thing: there's military fathers who do miss those first few years of their child's life, but then they're there for the later years. You know, they're throwing the baseball in the backyard still. You know, they went to their high school graduation, so there's still so many memories to have of your child.
That's true. I think you've convinced me. I can also look at a bunch of like images and stuff. to
Yeah,
be
and then your kids are
reminded
gonna
of it.
have.
Okay,
you know,
hold on a minute. Do we constantly forget our memories? Like every day we lose our memories?
No, just a one
Or
time.
it's just
It's
like,
a hard
okay,
reset.
Starting from now, we lose the memory. And
Starting
then,
now.
and then we collect memories and we learn.
So
Okay.
it's the
All
rules
right, well,
of
yeah.
50 First Dates. So you lose it and you wake up and
Oh,
it's
for
a
sure.
brand new.
Lose memories.
And then
Yeah,
it's
that's
also,
easy.
have you ever seen In the Dark on Netflix?
No.
That girl is completely blind, but she pretty much solves a whole murder.
I mean,
case.
there's very capable people who are blind, and you know there might
Ray
be a
Charles.
blind person
How
listening
did
to
Ray
this.
Charles shoot heroin? You ever watch that movie and try to
How does he
figure
hit
that
the
out?
vein?
That's what I want to know. It's difficult.
I
Even
guess
with
we have
eyes.
that extra sense of tactile, you know, ability, so you
know,
can feel
man.
where the vein is.
I don't
Kind of.
know. It's even when you see the
You
vein,
have
it's
to hit
difficult.
the vein. I've
Yeah.
never shot it, but you have to hit the
You have
vein.
to be. I've
If you
shot
don't-
heroin. I've been sober 9
Learning
years.
some secrets about us today. If you don't, what is the downside?
Infection, pain, extreme pain. You got like abscess,
Really?
death,
How did he do it?
amputation. Requiem from a Dream. You ever seen it?
Yeah.
They cut his arm off. Why? Because his vein was infected.
Yeah, there's
His
other
was
things
infected.
too. When do you stop wiping? You know, there's a few things.
Wiping. What are we talking about now?
When you're blind, when do you
Oh.
stop wiping? Let's move on here. Let's move on. What do we got next?
I just think you.
All right,
Go ahead.
now it is time for news you need to know.
Okay.
We already did that.
Jeez. I mean, you're the
Now
one
it's
like
time for soothing sounds on YouTube.
it's probably the autoplay
Ah,
for
this
your
is-
it's your free music, it's probably like the autoplay. Yeah.
It's got to be painful for other people to watch.
Let's just hope like the pain is like joyous because it's our pain, not their pain.
You know what? That guy was
In the
right.
comments, let us know.
I'm starting to agree with this dude more
That
and
guy
more.
was right.
Go ahead. Chomsky was right.
Like, there's nothing else to talk about?
No, didn't you have the story with the whole thing with the stock?
ROBLOX, yeah. Let me pull it up.
Yeah. I mean, all right. Back to the
Another would you rather question. Find true love today or win the lottery next year?
I'm married, Taco.
Yeah.
For Deezy.
I'm seeing somebody.
Who he's about to be married.
To
I
your
wasn't
true
supposed to
love.
say that. I wasn't supposed to say you were going to ask
She doesn't
her
know
to
about the
marry
ring
you.
yet.
She doesn't know.
You know, back to the heroin thing though. At what point do people like jump to toes and do people do like eyelids?
so
Is that like your vein
I like
gets so
talking about
tough?
this stuff. So people only do toes and, places that are hard to get to because they're trying to hide it.
Hide it. Oh, so it's not
It's not because
it-
a vein's blown out. Now, your veins do get blown out in areas like
Like
especially
Nick's back.
here and here. Yeah,
It's
Nick's
blown out.
back is blown out. So, but they do get blown out, and you do have to move. But people don't move. Like, toes are difficult. It's not easy. So they do toes because you have to put socks and shoes on and no one can see it
Oh, so it's to hide.
to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
hide.
The town I lived in had a really bad heroin problem at one point. This is right post Oxycontin, which you probably know was a pretty crazy time with people being addicted to narcotics.
That's how I
You know, it's
started.
just everywhere.
Oxycontin.
A lot of people I went to high school with, I'm kind of that perfect age for that generation. And you would see people, they would wear the long sleeve where they cut the hole for the thumb. And you just see that, and it's summer. And you're like, why are there so many people wearing long sleeves,
Because they have track marks.
Track marks. They should have gone to the foot.
Should've
You
went
hear
to
that?
the
Here's
toes.
a little heroin 101 for you. You got to
we'll play
hide
from
it.
the playbook.
You got to hide it.
All right,
That's the
so-
dark playbook.
So here is the next.
Don't do heroin, folks.
Here it is. So it looks like ROBLOX is not doing as well as it was doing before.
All right, so ROBLOX is like the number one metaverse, but it's a closed metaverse. It's where the kids go and then they play their little ROBLOX game. So it's technically like, depending on your definition of metaverse, if you have a looser definition of metaverse, it's the world's number one metaverse. Does this make you bearish on metaverses?
Well, it's
in general?
interesting. I haven't read the article and I don't want to read it, but this coming on the back of the on Facebook.
I didn't know what you're
got it
laughing
now.
at. Yeah, now I know.
Yeah, but
So on the back of Mark Zuckerberg here, the
Facebook.
smoked meat.
Yeah.
Sweet baby
Why did
Ray's.
Facebook make this major move to Meta, and then a few months later it dumped? And so now you're seeing this.
Yeah, I think part of it is mostly tied to the broader overall crypto markets, or not, I'm sorry, stock markets heading down. People were
Right, so
warning about this since the fall. The world's richest people since fall of last year were selling record amounts of stock. So the world's richest people have been dumping stock.
Smart money. Well,
Smart money's been dumping stocks for half of a year,
Yeah.
maybe 4 months or whatever. But so yeah, the smart money's been getting out, and now we're starting to see the price corrections.
So do you think this has anything to do with that, or you think there's something wrong with that metaverse, or you think this kind of ties into what you're saying?
I think of what Richard Hart said on the episode you hosted. It's this metaverse is this term that boomers have fallen for. These, billionaire.
It's a made-up term
Yeah.
the boomers created because no one really knows what this term means or this industry.
Yeah,
this
metaverses
space
existed
means.
20 years ago.
And he's right.
Yeah.
And I he is right. I hate to say he's right, but
It's not often you're like, he's wrong.
No, it's not. But part of that is the way he communicates.
Yeah. He might change the subject and like he's
Right.
not addressing what you asked or what you're talking about, but like hardly you're like, you're wrong,
So as the definition of metaverse is today, technically we've been in the metaverse since Doom,
Yeah.
and I played Doom on the Windows 3.1.
RuneScape and
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
So it's all really the same thing, and it's just this term that has been recently created either to drive money or trading or investing or whatever. I don't know, but it was interesting to hear him say that, and it kind of shut everybody down on around the blockchain.
no one had a retort.
No. So it's interesting. But I think a lot of people a lot of other people, you know, they kind of take the stance that a metaverse is going to be like Ready Player One, that we're all going to have these Oculus style goggles on and these 360 treadmills that we're jogging on and running on, and we're going to be kind of locked into this world that's completely digital and VR and AR or whatever, and we're all going to be like trying to take everybody's loot and all this stuff. And maybe that'll be a game, but I don't think that's going to be like the reality that movie portrayed.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that's kind of what people define a metaverse too. And
I say there is one possible scenario, but remote, where that is how it happens. That's fine. I was just going to say Facebook allows an open network with Ethereum, Solana, and such. And then I can see everyone using the Meta brand goggles, where we are 90% of us are in one metaverse. But then you'll go into your own little ecosystem. You'll go into the Fortnite thing. You'll go into the Roblox thing. You'll go into the crypto.
Yeah, because it brings up a good point that a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, so if there's going to be a Cardano metaverse, there's going to be an Ethereum metaverse, there's going to be a Solana metaverse, and they're all going to be interchangeable. And then there's going to be a Facebook meta. There's going to be a this.
I think it's going to be Google Store app store for Apple. 2 or 3 people are going to have 99% of everything, but then they'll be the avenue to get to the other things.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be difficult.
The road, the block will be who has the goggles, and then that will be the equivalent of an app store.
Yeah,
you know?
So like, we're talking about assets and avatars and weapons and skins and all that stuff to be able to integrate those cross-chain across multiple chains.
Years and years away.
I've got a question for you guys. You've heard about Neuralink, right, from Elon Musk. When do you think that's going to become like the next phase of like the goggles? Now you just get an implant in your brain, and then
chip in your brain. I say 20 years.
They're already doing chip style implants for people with hearing disabilities, with seeing disabilities, speech issues and stuff like that.
Even like
they're
mobile.
testing it now. I don't know. I'm not trying to go to Alex Jones, but they're testing it on military people.
Yeah,
I've heard and seen research and heard commercials and stuff like that. So it may be a little closer than we think.
I agree with that. What I should say is like I see it being in like a military application, a handicapped person application within 10 years. Yeah. And I think they're pretty close. They're already doing monkeys today. So yeah, you'll have that person with that speech impediment. Kind of reminds me of Stephen Hawking. He had that voice thing way before Alexa, way before Google, way before Siri, you know. So he was doing that text to speech 10, 15 years before it was in your pocket, before everyone could do it. So I think it'll be a similar thing. The fringe, you'll see people with the chips, but it'll be another 10 years after that where, you know, the younger people, the average Joe is going to be doing it. Yeah. I think young people will adopt that before the older people. Who wants to put a chip in their brain? Alzheimer's people with Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's would, like, I'll put a chip in my brain if it gives me some kind of weird superpower.
Oh, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah. If it does something that I can't do right now that's really super cool, I'll put 2 chips in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to
I'll put one where the sun don't shine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me all the superpowers.
Yeah.
All right. I think we end on that note.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's
what I think. Anal chip implant. Yeah, we'll end with that.
Let's get that URL.
Yeah.
Before this goes live.
Analchipimplant.com.
.biz. His head gesturing told me all I needed to know about the bongos. Everything was to build up to this.
I just figured I would do that a little bit since...
You Trojan horsed the real bongos with your bongo noise.
Hey, we all got ways to make things happen, right?
Huh? What'd you say? It's so loud I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. No, but we had a lot of issues this week with the tech, so apologize to everyone. I'll be on my game next week, sorry.
It's a great episode. It's been a crazy week.
It's been crazy.
All right. It really has been a crazy week.
Yeah.
And then next week, though, I want to talk about taking a consciousness and putting it in someone else's body. I want to live forever. Yeah. We'll end there.